It's never easy to decide whether to share the tough moments, but I've realised that it's crucial to be honest about the whole journey, warts and all. Days like this one are part of the process, especially when you're producing young horses for jumping. I love showing the highlights too. The young 6 and 7-year-olds clearing 1.20 metre, 1.30 tracks with confidence, just like those polished moments you see posted everywhere. But it's important to remember that this journey isn't about meeting others' expectations. It's about me and Pabs and what we're building together. We all have those days when things don't go as planned, and we'll continue to have them as we challenge ourselves to grow. Some days will be great and others will test us to the core. But that's where the real growth happens, when we push through the frustration, the embarrassment and the fear of failure. Growth is about learning from the past and applying those lessons in the present, not worrying about what lies ahead. So I've decided to share these learning experiences, showing the ups and downs of producing confident young horses and refining our skills in my way of embracing the discomfort that comes with growth. As Chris Griffin says, learn to appreciate and live in the moment. It's all about valuing how far you've come, because if we're never satisfied or grateful for where we are now, we won't appreciate it even when we reach our goals. There will always be another mountain to climb. So, without further ado, here's our day. A day where we faced challenges, learned a lot, and yes, got a bit gutted.
Come join Pablo and me as we practice our course riding skills at the ACT Showjumping Club's Winter Training Day at Equestrian Park, Canberra, ACT. The training day is part of my plan to give Pabs and me more experience with course riding over the next few weeks. Today I aim to consolidate the feel-good jumping we achieved during our last outing. My main focus was on Pablo's canter, rhythm and straightness, both on approach and landing. The goal was to keep my hands low, body turned and eyes up over each fence. We started off with Pabs keeping his cool in the warm-up arena, which is a win in itself since it's usually a nightmare for us. But as we entered the ring, Pabs started to get distracted. He was really calling out and wanting to go back to the float. Classic nappy behaviour. At the start, Pabs felt really ready and was in front of my leg. We got over the first fence nicely, but then he hesitated at the second and oxer, scaring himself of his own power. By that time, we'd reached fence 3. He decided he didn't want to play today. We lost rhythm and forward canter and Pabs ground to a halt. After reapproaching and clearing fence 3, we moved on to fence 4, another oxer, but he got too deep and I wasn't ready for it, which led to a tumble out of the saddle, an elimination in competition. After getting checked by the paramedics and receiving an all clear, I remounted for another go. I was hot to trot, but the wait at the gate allowed my mind to run wild with doubts. Thankfully, Ian helped me refocus, bringing me back to the moment. I took a breath, bit the bullet and got back into the ring. We started strong with a nice pop over fence 1, but my approach to fence 2 was rubbish. I wasn't riding Pabs forward or straight, leading to another stop. We picked ourselves up. Pabs was more upset, continuously screaming out and not wanting to be part of it. His rideability was non-existent today. Fence 3 ended in another stop. I lost him through the turn and didn't ride forward enough. This time, however, we cleared the oxer at fence 4 without any issues. Fence 5 was another struggle, as my unwieldy right hand took it over, and trying to ride forward using my hands was a disaster. Pabs completely lost trust in me by the time we reached fence 6, a one-stride oxer to vertical double. My uncertainty sent mixed messages, and we failed to clear it. I decided to skip it and move on to fence 7, an oxer, which we managed to jump nicely. But the 5 strides to fence 8 let us down, and Pabs went into nup again. By fence 9, Pabs was convinced he was facing a tiger and refused again. Fence 10, another oxer also resulted in a stop. It was an unbelievable day, with a cricket store in the stopping bag. I wasn't supporting and riding Pabs straight and forward, and it showed. Yes, I was gutted, angry and disappointed in my riding ability, and upset about Pabs' lack of focus. I allowed myself 2 minutes to be disappointed before moving on, though it wasn't easy. I kept revisiting the what-ifs in my mind on the way home, and it took longer than 2 minutes to get over it, I can tell you. Despite the challenges, the day was a valuable learning experience. I rebounded from the dismount in round 1, reset and refocused for round 2. And riding with more conviction, even when uncertain about the fence, by keeping Pabs in front of my leg and straight, is the key. Reviewing the video and looking at things in a more positive light has helped me let go of the outcomes from this session. Now it's back to homework to finesse our course riding skills. And that's that. Some days, things come together. Other days, they don't. Today was one of those don't days. I hope you enjoyed the update. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.